Attention, Mountaineer family. The commencement ceremony is about to begin. At this time, please locate the nearest emergency exit. Please silence your cell phones, tablets, and electronic devices and turn your attention to the outstanding students who are the focus of this day. This is their moment to shine, so please give them and their many accomplishments your full attention. Now, let's get ready to welcome our graduates.
Today, we honor West Virginia University's 2017 May graduates, 147 years after Marmaduke H. Dent became the university's first graduate and alumnus. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome West Virginia University Eberly College of Arts and Sciences bachelor degree candidates for graduation. Now, please welcome members of the Platform Party and E. Gordon Gee, President of West Virginia University. Please rise for the singing of our national anthem, performed today by members of the West Virginia University Choir.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing for the singing of the Alma Mater.
Our alma mater, the home of mountaineers, sing we of thy honor, everlasting through the years. Our alma mater, we pledge in song to you. Hail, all hail our alma mater, West Virginia, you.
You may be seated.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Eberly College of Arts and Sciences commencement ceremony as WVU celebrates its 147th commencement exercises. I am Greg Dunaway, and I have the distinct privilege of serving as the Dean of the Eberly College of Arts and Sciences. We in the Eberly College are very proud of all the 915 May graduates, and we are confident that you will make the most of your degrees from our college and WVU. Our college is at the heart of WVU and is the university's largest and most diverse college with over 60 different degree programs. On behalf of the college, I welcome our graduates, our faculty, and administrators, as well as our family and friends to this commencement ceremony for the class of 2017. Few of us achieve meaningful successes without the help and support of others. This is especially true for students. Graduates, you have no doubt experienced numerous challenges, stresses, and complications as you have worked hard to arrive at this day. You have needed the involvement, the love, and concern of your parents, family, friends, and other significant people in your lives. As a parent of 2 college graduates, I understand the sacrifices that are required from family and friends, and it is time to show our appreciation to them. So I ask parents and family members and special friends gathered here today to stand and be recognized by our graduates. So important to the completion of the degrees of our graduates are the faculty of the Eberly College of Arts and Sciences. Will all of our faculty please stand and be recognized? We are delighted and honored to be joined today with several members of our university's senior leadership, and I'd ask that they would stand as their names are called. E. Gordon Gee, President of West Virginia University. Jennifer Orlikoff, President of Potomac State College of West Virginia University. John Campbell, Vice Provost of West Virginia University. Diane Lewis, Secretary of the WVU Board of Governors and the President of Action Facilities Management, Incorporated. Michael Shaw, Senior Director of Development for the WVU Foundation. And Lena Maynard, Faculty Senate Chair. Members of the Eberly College's leadership team are also with us today. Joan Gorham, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. Michael Perrone, Associate Dean for Faculty. Tina Lavelle, Associate Dean for Financial Planning and Management. Tracy Morris, Associate Dean and Interim Director of the School of Social Work. And Katie Storrs, Interim Associate Dean for Research. Graduates, today is a day of celebration, a celebration of ideas, a celebration of possibilities. Your undergraduate careers are shining examples of all that can be accomplished when you take an idea, embrace its possibilities, and develop it. The diploma you've earned today is tangible evidence that you have touched lives, impacted communities, and helped contribute to the solution of some of humanity's greatest challenges. This ceremony is more than a culmination of your college experience. It is a launching pad and a reminder to you to continue fostering those ideas, recognizing their possibilities, and unleashing them onto the world as innovative solutions that we need. Those ideas are rooted in your experiences here at West Virginia University, and they will always be part of you. You have worked hard and sacrificed. Respect your education and put it to good use. And remember that your ideas are only limited by your imagination. Congratulations, graduates. At this time, I would like to welcome West Virginia University President E. Gordon Gee to the podium for a special honorary degree presentation.
Good morning. It's afternoon now. Good afternoon, everyone. Will Jane Ann Phillips and Faculty Senate Chair Dr. Lena Minor please join me for this ceremony? Jane Ann Phillips, a native of Buckhannon, West Virginia, was only 26 when she published her first book of short stories, Black Tickets. It won the Sue Kaufman Prize for first fiction and has since become a classic of the short story genre. Phillips' first novel, Machine Dreams, chronicled a West Virginia family that fractures as the Vietnam War divides the nation. A nominee for the National Book Critics Circle Award, Machine Dreams made the New York Times Review list of best books in 1984. Phillips has taught writing at Harvard University, Williams College, Boston University, New York University, and Brandeis University. She is currently director of the Master of Fine Arts programs in creative writing at Rutgers University, Newark. Her work is a reminder that honest, creative expression has the power to reaffirm our humanity and nourish our souls. Jane Ann Phillips, on this day, May 14, 2017, in recognition of your distinguished career and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the West Virginia University Board of Governors, I hereby confer upon you the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Dr. Jane Ann Phillips to the podium.
My mother always wanted me to be a doctor. Thank you for that wonderful honor, and congratulations to my fellow honorees, administration, faculty, staff, fellow alumni, parents, especially mothers, and families, and most of all you, the WVU class of 2017. Today you graduate. Yes, that's an applause line. The word graduate comes from the Latin gradus. It implies the passage from one stage of experience to another. I grew up proud of West Virginia. We were the self-sufficient mountaineers who defied Tidewater, Virginia, and fought with the Union in 1863. West Virginia took a stand and stood up for history. When I traveled to other states as a child, some stranger would ask where I was from. They'd ponder my answer. West Virginia, they'd say. Is that near Charlottesville? Even now, I encounter educated people who don't know how West Virginia came into being. We know that over 150 years ago, West Virginia chose justice, and Abraham Lincoln himself signed the land grant that allowed WVU to open in 1867, an all-male, all-white institution with 6 faculty members, 6 college students, and 118 high school prep students. Tuition was $8 a term. Harriet Lyon, the first woman to receive a WVU degree, graduated at the top of her class in 1889. There's a story there. I always say, and I want credit for this line, history tells us the facts, but literature tells us the story. In my story, in September 1970, my mother drove me to WVU to begin my freshman year. I left my hometown of 6,000 for what looked like a much bigger place. I'll be so happy the day I take you out of here, my mother said, as though Sodom and Gomorrah lay before us. I'd begun to write, but by the time I graduated in '74, I was a writer. But let's go back. all the way back to another story. 500 years ago, this land, later the western frontier of the Virginia Territory, was unnamed. Here in the highest average altitude east of the Rockies, the Appalachian Mountains preserved 1,000 years of paradise for animals, flora, and fauna. Interlacing rivers and countless clear streams ran from the highest elevations to the deepest valleys. The mountains were full of game and bear, deer, even bison. Native Americans used the land mostly for hunting and spiritual ceremonies. Fish were so plentiful that hunters had only to stand downriver of falls and streams, gathering the exhausted fish in their arms and submerging them in baskets. The tent-like canopy of trees was a form of deciduous jungle. Before names and records, there were miles of towering evergreens, mountain glades that suggested northern tundra, acres of rhododendron. The trees, unmolested for hundreds of years, were so large that two men could not clasp hands around them. The land was virgin country marked only by 3 Indian trails, the Seneca, the Kanawha, and the Monongahela. No tribe claimed the land or lived upon it. The mountains were considered spiritual ground, towering, untamed, bountiful. The mighty rivers fed paradise and doomed it. They brought European speculators with a Western vision of ownership. Fur traders seeking a route to a Western ocean first saw New River Gorge in 1641, but government was fiction. By 1774, settlers walked the road to revolution, ignoring the law and marking their squatters' claims by slashing trees with axes. They united to win Lord Dunmore's war for the colonials and became a mobilized force, clearing the path to revolution, sweeping away Benjamin Franklin's already approved proposal that Western Virginia be declared a 14th colony called Vandalia. Vandalia, a name for a paradise, a word Cervantes used to denote an imaginary place in his mythical Don Quixote. Had the American Revolution held off another year, Western Virginia need never have seceded from Virginia 80 years later, but Vandalia and its promise of paradise was forgotten. Frontiersmen fought the revolution from 60 forts in the mountains. They helped win the war but lost the peace with Virginia. Geography was morality in 1863. There were no plantations in the mountains. Farmers and woodsmen in the still wild western territories sustained themselves, growing what they ate, trapping, hunting. When Virginia seceded, Western Virginians immediately declared themselves the restored government of Virginia, and finally, by Lincoln's proclamation, West Virginia. Paradise was engaged. Families were divided. Talk about a polarized nation. Some towns changed hands 50 times. The Union held, but bitterness continued. There were 2 sides, 2 stories, and when Civil War ended, the capitalists moved in. Timber barons cut the giant trees and floated the wood to market. Then came the coal companies with their throbbing deep mines and company stores that turned men into indentured labor. Later, strip mines cut away the faces of the mountains. Mountaintop mining began in the 1980s and 90s. Coal companies simply blast off the tops of the mountains and dump tons of soil and rock into the hollows and streams below. They've buried 2,000 miles of streams and damaged over 360,000 acres of West Virginia. Coal slurry impoundments, towering waste full of toxins and heavy metals, hang over the towns. They weaken in 100-year floods that happen every other year, it seems, with no clear-running streams to absorb the storms of snowmelt. In February, Congress reversed the stream protection rule, which would have protected 6,000 miles of streams and 52,000 acres of forest by keeping coal mining debris away from nearby waters. There are 2 stories, and they're both true. Yes, there's a need for a living wage and diversified jobs. And yes, there's a need for generations to come for a living world. How to have both. Decide for yourself, but don't decide with no experience and no evidence. Graduation implies freedom. Freedom means you decide. You may graduate into a polarized nation, but don't let anyone put you in a box. Make sure you talk to those whose views are opposite from your own. Hear their stories. Our nation has reached a crisis of division again and again, but history belongs to those who reach across the chasm to understand always the story inside the facts. I'm a writer, and I write in the steadfast belief that books and stories matter. My mother was a first-grade teacher who became a reading specialist. We lived out a rural two-lane road and a brick ranch house my father had built. 2 fields down on the same road sat a white wooden house not much bigger than a trailer. The house was rented to a succession of tenants, none of whom seemed to stay long. One year, a family with 3 sons moved in. The youngest, Ethan, was 6, and he was my mother's student. He came to school hungry, dirty, and tired. My mother made sure he got breakfast through the school lunch program and brought him winter clothing my brothers had outgrown. One day, Ethan fell asleep at his desk and soiled himself. My mother took him to the teacher's lounge to help him clean up and change his clothes. She saw that his legs were black and blue. When she asked what had happened, he said, almost apologetically, "Daddy beat me with a board." My mother took a stand. She called authorities and said she could not send this child back to that home. Officials told her they had nowhere to place a child on such short notice. So she called an older, kindly, childless couple, friends who lived nearby, and convinced them to take Ethan that night. They became his foster parents. For several months, he slept in a clean bed with a new teddy bear, was read stories, ate good meals, got medical attention. The pale, bluish tone of his skin warmed. He began to learn to read. The couple adored him and hoped to adopt him. His older brothers, students in the same school, would peer shyly in at him through my mother's classroom door. He waved at them and brought them cookies baked in his new home. How does the story end? Ethan's family fought for custody. He began to visit them on weekends as the case moved through the courts. One weekend, during the night, the family disappeared, leaving the little house empty except for a broken refrigerator full of liquor bottles and some dirty blankets. I don't know what happened to Ethan, but I know his story is important and that my mother tried to make a difference. And by the time Ethan left, my mother had taught him to read. That is no small thing. Stories do redeem lives. Ethan's story didn't vanish because I just told it to you. If I wrote a novel about Ethan, I might imagine his story by hearing his mother's voice, the voices of his brothers, or the voice of the father who beat him. They would all become equally important dreams in my mind. Books, like dreams, defy time. Today you claim your time in a world of startling change and transition. Take it on. Find a way to matter. People have loved you and fought for you. Professors and teachers have supported and inspired you. Be that source of promise for yourselves and others. When you can intervene to make a difference, don't hesitate, or the chance may be lost. Value acceptance. Embrace difference, love, work, hope, and action. Go forth, graduates, and create your lives. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy a performance of Simple Gifts, a song written and composed in 1848 by Elder Joseph Brackett. Since 1973, Simple Gifts has been one of the university's signature songs, performed at events by the Pride of West Virginia, the WVU Marching Band, and the University Choir.
Simple, 'tis the gift to be free, 'tis the gift to come down where you are to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight. To simplicity's gate, to bow and to bend we shall not be ashamed. Turn
It is now my pleasure to present students who fulfill the requirements for graduation from the Eberly College of Arts and Sciences of West Virginia University. I invite President Gee to join me to congratulate the graduates.
Jeff Peterson, Professor of Chemistry, presents candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry. Stephanie Lowe Arnold. Jasmine J. Bailey. Shanna Faith Carr. Jordan Hirschman. Terrell Rashawn Law. Tyler Benjamin Michelangelo. Richard Thomas, Professor and Chair of the Department of Biology, presents degree candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Biology and the Bachelor of Science in Biology. Turkey Obad Alatawi. Taylor Elizabeth Albertini. Ying Chen. Yamini Anatullah. Rebecca Arbogast. Kareem Badawi. Rachel Elizabeth Bainbridge. Nicholas Brian Balish. Haley Baleen Balina. Sahar Berzinji. Nina Bidway. Audrey Claire Bieja. Carissa Ann Bjorkgren. Jessica Ray Black. Caitlin Nicole Boone. Jordan Ann Brewer. Brett Andrew Brill. Jacqueline Budzinski. Shelby Douglas Careau. Cheyenne Nicole Carter. Jenna Elizabeth Chapman. Kayla Ann Crabtree. Michael Cyrus Dawson. Megan Ashley DeJong. Samantha Jean Denham. Hannah Bird DePoy. Kareem Diab. Kelly Ann Dodsworth. Cheyenne Alyssa Earl. Deanna Marie Alardo. Anna Marie Ellis. Carly Morgan Enns. Cassandra Firestone. Nicholas Alexander Fox. Lucas Reed Goodwin. Melissa Carolyn Head. Corey Jacob Hess. Bryce Jonathan Hickey. Gage Hurlbert. Haley Harmon. Patrick John Kane. Rachel Hagan. Mackenzie Kapuscinski. Abdul Kale. Erica Jean Hott. Heba Kasser. Jonathan Paul Kerr. April Dawn Kessel. Jacqueline Kirchberg, Christina Marie Klug, Kristen Elizabeth Lance, Thomas Blair Last III, Justin Blake Lee, Kayla Nicole Eleister, Lucille Mando, Nadia Marmodman, Lundram Marku, Michael Christian McKenna, Morgan Christina McLean, Oak Everett Milam, Sabrina N. Morgan, Noor Mozahem, Sharishma Nagitsetti, Brett Lee Nanners, Carlos Roy Nathan, Sarah Naeem, Amabola Alawafemi, Paige Marie Palumbo. Joshua Aaron Pearson, Matthew Bonatti Peister, Bayan Wathik Razak, Jacob Schuyler Richards, Taylor Marie Richards, Matthew Tyler Reapy Gray, Cassandra Riggs, Courtney Sams, Jennifer Nicole Seaborn, Fatima Sek, Ori Anna Shea, Christopher Shane Shreve Davis, Darren Lee Shrewsbury Jr., Veronica Nova Slaniava, Kelly Megan Stake, Caden David Stewart, Ileana Pamela Togger, Brianna Alexis Theodore, Allison Catherine Elizabeth Thompson, Austin James Toko, James Michael Turner, Samuel Isaac Umstadt, Abraham Roberto Valenzuela, Lane Morgan Vanieri, Garrett Michael Warner, Cynthia Ray White, Michael Stephen Wilson, Karsten Millsman, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, presents degree candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Chemistry and the Bachelor of Science in Chemistry. Casey Marie Dolan, Samantha Dumendick, Sarah Ann Earl, Nina Marguerite Graziano, Evan Jensen Heslip, Dale William Keplinger III, Sundis Latif, Maya Sarah Mathai, James Maxwell Mazzella, Ian Wilmer McCardle, David Allen Mersing, Megan Sue Messett, Olivia Michelle Miranda, Caleb Garrett Mitchell, Stephen Riskowski, Angela Joan Serene, Darby Jean Stemple, Gabriel Michael Walkup, Nikki Loy, Undergraduate Coordinator for the Department of Communication Studies, presents degree candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Communication Studies. Ahmed Adualeg. Nicholas Martins Alegria. Hope Rochelle Allman. Austin Paul Anderson. Leanne Marie Anselmo. Andrew Patrick Balkenhall. Cassidy Brooke Bays. Lucas William Berry. John Pasquale Baseglia. Danielle Marie Chandler. Alexander Clune. Dylan Nicholas Cottrell. Michael Harmon Cunavelis. Joseph James Devonshire. Christina Marie Dwyer. Lauren Lynn Dwyer. William Osborne Fogarty. Brian A. Gellerts. Sarah Hughes. Harper Ann Hurwitz. Taylor Jarr. Taylor Lee Johnson. Cody Matthew Jones. Laura Fern Kellen. Norbert Klusman Jr. Miranda Francis Crowell. Emily Alexandra Lamb. Kendall Victoria Lang. Vivian Lorraine Langford. Emily Blake Lauk. Taylor Rose Petrie. Carly Michelle Scheck. Lauren Elizabeth Schmales. Erin Claire Shelton. Michelle Saminsky. Isaac Benjamin Sipes. Kristen Nicole Sedini. Jade Michaela Thomas. Aiden Joseph Vaccarella. Daniel Russell Vasilina. Jordan R. Whalen. Caitlin Virginia White. Shannon Michelle Wilson. David Allen Zahn. Cliff Hawley, Professor and Chair of the Department of Economics, presents degree candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Jason Stephen Hall. Ryan Michael Urban. Gabriel Hunter Hill. Kathleen Yvonne Pineda. James Harms, Professor and Chair of the Department of English, presents degree candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in English. Osama Al-Tayeb. Michaela Ann Bennett. Kayla Marie Burney. Dylan Michael Kratz. Jessica Lynn Davis. Rachel Lynn Del Signor. Mitchell Glazier. Virginia Catherine Hanna. Abigail Reese Humphreys. Travis Lee Kent. Michael Mann. Abby Nicole McGave. Maggie Gray McDonald. Caitlin Denise Louise Miller Roddy. Chrislyn C. Newsom. Ryan Payon. Mary Josephine Prunty. Denny Kathleen Remsburg, Cody Neil Roan, Emily Teresa Scopel, Kendall Elizabeth Snee, Alexandra N. Vaughn, Janelle Paige Vickers, Olivia Nicole Wheeler, Bria Lurie Williams, David J. Wood, Elena Justine Zambori, Allison Hope Zuta, Gerald Lang, Professor and Chair of the Department of Forensic and Investigative Science, presents degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Forensic and Investigative Science. Rachel Elizabeth Ball, Chelsea Lynn Boardman, Lindsay Cheeseman, Emma Lee Coombs, Melinda Ann Dills, Margot Elise Folwick, Jenna Marie Gardner, Nicholas Alexander Haas, Cameron Taylor Hartwig, Philip Riley Irian, Faith Allison Jankura, Reem Karimi, Madison Renee Kilmeyer, Kayla Danielle Krausman, Olivia Alma Leonard, Gabrielle Marquis, Jordan Carey Mink, Kristen Lee Newland, Rebecca Louise Walls, Brittany Catherine Wood, Faith Zellman, Michaela Ann Zinda, Tim Carr, Professor and Chair of the Department of Geology and Geography, presents degree candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Geography, Bachelor of Arts in Environmental Geoscience, and the Bachelor of Science in Geology. Mohammed Al-Bawadi, Allah Ibrahim Al-Jarudi, Nicholas Charles Allen, Mutaz Ali Al-Sayef, Husan Ghazi Al-Zayer, Kyle Antonucci, Roxanne Marie Bumgardner, Brian James Close, Seamus G. Deacon, Mohammed El Tahir, Isaac Nicholas Estep, Grayson James Foley, Lena M. Fox, Vida Golubovic, Augustus McCrae Graff, Richard McKinley Hall Jr., Bradley Michael Herzig, Eric Joseph Isabel, Cameron Lawson McLeod, Colby Zebula Seth Phillips, Stephen Vichy, Jordan Alexander Siegel, Foster Gregory Tucker, Jeremy Dale Wiles, Lindsay Ray Burgess, Ryan Taylor Bruce, Shaquille Taishim Carter, Andrew Evan Condi, Miles Davis, Jenna Faye Gale, Heidi Lynn Gum, Jonathan Michael Harker, Aaron Christopher Lamp, Summer Ray Lee, Elizabetha Leinhard, Andrew Osborne, Andrew Christopher Mengele, Catherine Louise Shaler, Nathaniel Foss Shelton, Connor David Stolfert, Amanda Marie Stoner, Emily Brooke Tingler, Jared Martin Wolock, Lucy Ann Eistis. What is it again? Kathleen Ann Amos, Jessica Nicole Howard, Courtney Taylor Dorsey, Jennifer Lee Desimone, Eric David Bowles, Nicholas Gerardo Dedemo, Jason D. Eisen, Ryan Scott Gibson, Parth Deeran Mistry, Dale Mitchell Yoder II, Mark Philip Hare, Shane Matthew Hummel, Morgan Lane Leaf, Haley Elizabeth Mutz, Taryn Elise Pfeiffer, Lacey Joe Smith, Jacob Christopher Valens, Gunnar Scott Wilt. Thank you. Joseph Hodge, Associate Professor and Chair of the Department of History, presents degree candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in History. Summer Ashton Berardi, Mary Elizabeth Arison Campbell, David Jerson Campos, Stephen Daniel Contreras, Regina Carol Ellison, Matthew Eric Flowers, Nicholas Carl Frank, Sarah Ellen Hanna, Caleb Logan Hoffer, Ryan Patrick Keogh, John Henry Kerr, Madison Shea Lamanna, Desandra Lare Linger, Richard Mores II, Ryan Stewart Morrell, Jonathan W. Muir, Corey Allen Mullen, Corey Edward Patazik, Brian Quinn, Logan Paul Rains, James Carl Rice, Jonathan Thomas Shad, Cedric Dominique Sennett, Derek Paul Stanley, Sean Patrick Stover, Austin Blaine Tizer, Clarissa Estep, Director of the International Studies Program, presents degree candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in International Studies. Dayron Anaya, Kayla Ann Burns, Matthew Douglas Cottrell, Scott Gage Gallagher, Jared Stephen Harris, Logan Mack Herrick, Jacob Michael Marino, Katie Ann Hoyes, Allison Humphrey, Kayla Marie Irvin, Robert James Kelly, Bryson James Laniger, Colin Lopez, Kelly Ann Mantle, William McNeil Moore, Alexander Ryan Monas, Nina Elena Monteleone, Samantha Scheimer, Gabrielle Susan Cecilian, Kendon Lee Spearing, Lindsay Morgan Stallings, Leo Bruce Tudela, Valerie Umahita Akpa, Ian Patrick Walton, Janet Francis Watson, Nicole Infante, Associate Professor of Mathematics, presents degree candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Mathematics and the Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. Tony Gregory Allen, Jose McGill Bohorequez, Torianne Janelle Grail, Brooke Logan Gross, Audrey Elizabeth Jennings, Evan Witters, Associate Professor and Program Coordinator for the Multidisciplinary Studies Program, presents degree candidates for the Bachelor of Multidisciplinary Studies. Allison Blake Farrell, Angelo Solomon, Catherine Lynn Seaman, Davon Addison, Jordan Nicole Babe, Omar Thairl Bargutha, Andrew Paul Bine, Carla Blank, Michaela Hawa Sarah Bakary, Edward Cody Blankenship, Marquest Deshawn Bryce, Jennifer Taylor Brown, Cassandra Lynn Carlson, Derek Manuel Casados, Julian Cortez, Darren Laurel Clark, Benjamin Anthony Decrescente, Javon Stull, Corey Craig, James Thomas Decron, Anthony Joseph DiFilippo, Brock Duarte, Brandon Andre Davis, Elias Troy Eliopoulos, Devontae Ellis, Kristen Elmo, Lygia Evans, Isaac John Farmer, Anthony Mark Ferguson, Matthew Scott Friedman, Maria Amelia Corazon Garcia, Justin R. Neisser, Haley Audria Gibson, Caitlin Michelle Griffith, Eric Scott Hardman, Nathan Ross Harlan, Natalie Jewel Harris, Dalton Wayne Hedrick, William John Wesley Howard, Leah Elizabeth Hughes, Dylan Weber Jaffe, Grace Lavender, Nicholas Ledden, Linda Renee Lemley, Michael Eugene Lyons, Jordan Lee McDonald, Kellen Daniel McCahey. Anna Kate McCloskey. Connor Jack Mogan. Matthew John William Petite. Derek Lee Phillips. Raymond Edward Prendergast II. Vincent Quigg III. Carolyn Noel Longo. Justin Matthew Barth. Samuel Eplin. Hannah Manson. Taylor Michael Masterson. Jackson Montgomery. Hannah Elizabeth Patterson. Drew Ryan Joseph Rainier. Seth John Regan. Courtney Elizabeth Salkind. Christian Cord Settle. Paige Nicole Seiler. Talia Shay Simon. Emma Claire Skelly. Bethany Renee Smiley. Ashley Elizabeth Stepp. Kurt William Schindler. Adam Schuldman. Donna Louise Staggs. Chloe Ann Stevens. Christian Vaughn Julia Stevens. Stephen Remington Summers. Joseph Michael Syracuse. Benedict Antillo IV. Gabrielle Nicole Tenney. David Ian Trachtenberg. Jennifer Marie Vernon. Michael Olivia Walker. Francis Alexander Scores. Matthew Giuliano. Jake Edwards Scannell. Jacob Reed Billig. Anthony Fioravanti. Francesca Neal. Carly Skittle. Timothy J. Webster. Adam Michael Weiss. Nicole Elizabeth Wills. Ashley Wolf. Justin Zickafoos. Tariq Tobias Phillip. Tavon Tiffery Myers. Elijah Jameer Macon. Matthew Talbert, Associate Professor and Chair of the Department of Philosophy, presents degree candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy. Christopher Michael Claudio. Stephanie Marie DiFilippo. Nicholas Paul Gillick. Evan Perry Harmon. Taylor Brooke Mann. James Mason. Earl Seamy, Professor and Chair of the Department of Physics and Astronomy, presents degree candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Physics and the Bachelor of Science in Physics. Samantha Rochelle Anderson. Manaswi Murtunjay Daksha. David Keith Duncombe. Alexander Eli McEwen. Julianne Marie McIlvain, Erwin Holler McNeely III, Gregory Allen Riggs, Zachary Douglas Short, Blake Vincent Stanley, Emily Starr Steiner, Clarissa Estep, Associate Professor of Political Science, presents degree candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. Dimitri Elias Antonio, Justin Quaid Behringer, Vincent Bondi, Diana Cabrera, Bobby Chambers, Quincy Alexander Charleston, Jahad Deshaun Dixon, Colden Sean Juke, Kyle Anferny Ferguson, Jennifer Lucretia Gonzalez, John W. Goodman, Asia Ray Goodwin Rowe, Taylor Mackenzie Goody Kuntz, Evan Theodore Hayon, Simon Jacob Howell, Matia Aurora Hughes, Blake N. Humphrey, Brandon Curtis Izzo, John Francis Jacobson, Brianna Nicole Jarcy, Courtney Amber King, Alexia Teresa Korth, Catherine Jean Kraus, Lonnie Edward Long, Nicholas William Madden, Taboho Bali Mabuka, Emily Estelle Martin, Brady Addison McDonald, Roger Wallace McIntyre II, John William McHenrick, Jordan Thomas Mills, Holly Lynn Netz, Drew Evan Nexon, Robert J. Oliff, Autumn Elizabeth Ando, Vincent Edward Parisi, Jacob Orion Powers, Kirsten Marie Reeder, Alex Michael Reimer, Devin Alexander Robinson, Nathan Jeremiah Rodriguez, Christopher Paul Reuter, Autumn Brooke Schultz, Dustin Isaac Siebolt, Taylor Nicole Shipley, Taylor Michael Smith, Morgan Dawn Spolarich, Sarah Keegan Stegmeyer, Alexei Mihailovich Sudzalowski, Julissa Marie Swigert, Logan James Thorne, Ryan McKinley Tucker, Kylie Aislinn Unger, Sean P. Weaver, Benjamin Westbrook, Joel Mason Wetzel, Alexandra Lynn Wilsinski, James Lincoln Wolf, Megan Yates, Yazid Al-Zamil, Karen Anderson, Associate Chair of Psychology, presents degree candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Psychology and the Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Jonah Addy, Nicole Bell Alessio, Kaylee Shea Elkire, Jessica Nicole Baker, Zachary Francis Barwinzak, Savannah Kristen Blevins, Shelby Taylor Boggs, Tyler Rex Bowman, Sarah Ann Kammer Brady, Samuel Philip Browse, Natalie Marie Byrne, Jennifer Paige Calabrese, Courtney Ann Caldwell, Katie Amanda Carpenter, Blake Evan Callis, Angus Rutger Compton, Julia Copenhaver, Alexander Taylor Couch, Haley Renee Cutlip, Alexander Joseph DeJoya, Kamaria Elise Dingle, Kylie Elizabeth Edwards, Olivia Marie Esposito, Gabrielle Flanagan, Julissa Renee Smith, Kyle Gavin Foster, Giuseppe Nicola Gambala, Jane Elizabeth Giampa, Ashton Brooke Haddix, Catherine P. Holdren, Hannah Kathleen Conlon, Haley Joe Taylor, Sierra Deanna Jade Hill, Kimberly Nicole Howard, Courtney Renee Rhea, Kristen Ann Keith, Brianna Grace Klein, Katie Simmons Coolish, Zachary Alexander Lando, Stephanie Lombard, Alyssa Shea Longo, Julie J. Lai, Macy Chapman Maz, Megan Renee McCardle, Michael James McCoy, Rachel Gail McDonald, Obina Anwanaka, Gabriella Elizabeth Palmieri, Amanda Jane Pappas, Cassie Ann Patterson, Christopher Matthew O'Hearn, Gabriella Elizabeth Agnabine, Michaela Brianne Roos, Lauren Hollinger, Julianne O'Sullivan, Alexis Gianna Abate, Danielle Maria Mamolo, Emily Ann Linton, Jacob Donald Pennington, Madison Marie Petrick, Lacey Marlene Sawyers, Max Austin Schindler, Megan Amy Schlosser, Gavin Lawrence Moore, Michaelan Yulia Powell, Caitlin Elizabeth Lillard, Caitlin Christine Springer, Carissa Michelle Stell, Samuel Griffin Sunderland, Jonna Rose Treadway. Talina Marie Weber. Darion Monte Webb. Haley Elizabeth Marie Williams. Catherine Elizabeth Williams. Miranda Kate Wimmer. Emily Nicole Young. Alexandra Evelyn West. Emma Lee Vasheko. Tyler Joseph Wirtz. Jessica Eveline Church. Anthony Butcher. Ashley Nicole Cook. Caitlin Jade Barrell. Catherine Diana Waldron. Matthew James DeFulvio. Andre J. Cepeda. Margaret Sten Chandler. Rhiannon Coyne. Brooke Elizabeth Cottrell. Samantha Michelle Deal. Tammy Din. Jacob Andrew Douthat. Cassandra Ray Drain. Catherine Elizabeth Drummond. Thomas Winston Ewell. Ashley Ann Feldy. Miranda Marie Gable. Rebecca Hope Gilley. Jeffrey Scott Godfrey. Zachary Wayne Graves. Jessica Haupt. Taylor Christine Heskett. Benjamin D. Hess. April Renee Highlander. Christopher William Imes. Oksana Lee Neisel. John Howard Knopsnyder. Michael William Karofsky. Anna Ruth Kretzer. Stephanie Kuczynski. Jillian M. Marshall. Krista Lynn Masters. Jaylyn Brandy Millwood. Alicia Ney. Paige Patterson. Nicole Pellegrino. Jeanette Corrine Poole. Elizabeth Ashley Rahili. Layla Sakal. Sarah Elizabeth Ahmed. Jordan Renee Sparks. Amaya Rose Price. Erin Nicole Tabai. Hannah Campbell Wesley. Zachary Ray Wilcoxon. Calder Wilson. Erin Gale, Associate Professor and Program Coordinator for Religious Studies, presents degree candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Religious Studies. Casey K. Bolliard. Jada Lynn Gale. Peter Dominic DeMasters. John Stephen Langenstein. Linda Faris, Clinical Associate Professor and BSW Program Coordinator, presents degree candidates for the Bachelor of Social Work. Michael Sean Almodovar, Sierra Nicole Barr, Tracy Renee Bodkins, Mallory Hope Brighter, Heather Danielle Busby, Kathleen Gray Cheney, Andrea Don Chavrot, Lauren Renee Cole, Caleb Davis, Chinwe Miriam Eljamofor, Rachel Lee Hall, Megan Elizabeth Hovis, Catherine Alexandra Jenkins, Chada Jelena Jo Madden Watson, Ivy Danielle Meadows, Aksa Naim, Mercy Abor, Brittany Ray Pepper, Christine Irene Flager, Beth Virginia Powell, Jedekiah Seth Reams, Catherine Grace Rayberg, Lauren Elizabeth Robertson, Tiffany Michelle Shank, Jenna Lynn Schuster, Remy Rose Stavish, Tatum Nicole Story, Stephanie Rochelle Turner, Lynn Kossman, a professor and chair of the Department of Sociology and Anthropology, presents degree candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Sociology and Anthropology and the Bachelor of Arts in Criminology. Amanda Lynn Gausch, Emily Ann Clark, Adam Cruz, Richard Michael Farley, Anna Marie Flood, Malik Silk Greaves, Dara Danielle Lilly, Josephine May Murphy, Amber Nicole Naiman, Desiree Lisette Rhodes, Giovanna Isabella Saka, Candace Nicole Berra, Caitlin Marie Wallace, Abdul Wahab Khalid A. Al-Seflan, Abdul Wahab Essa Al-Dosari, Abdullah Mohammed Alafari, Mohammed Hamad Al-Kahaldi, Wasif Naza Al-Naklawi, Mohammed Al-Mushakla, Fahad Mesfer Al-Nafeh, Muhammad Fahad M. Al-Katani, Musab Fahad Al-Katani, Alexis Ann Anderson, John Corbin Anderson, Jonathan Lewis Azaceta, William James Banks, Samantha Joyce Berry, Matthew Robert Barassa, Matthew James Boxall, Kiana Lynn Bracadieta. Deja Braxton. Tyler Cantone. Zachary Ryan Cantor. Christian Abraham Castillo. Laken Deshay Cecil. Catherine Rose Chismar. Jill Nicole Christie. Francesca Antoinette Colon. Leanne Conway. Alyssa Danielle Curry. Audrey Denise Della Justina. Scott Joseph Demmert Jr. Abigail May Dickerson. Brittany N. Dolan. Samantha Marie Dorsey. Ajay Bianca Douglas. Zachary Michael Duff. Kelsey Rose Elbin. Michael R. Esposito. Christiana Lynn Everetts. Kirby Jean Fichter. Brandon Steele Foster. Tatiana Marie Fountain. Allison Danielle Gardone. Terene Alicia Gilks. Alexandra Diane Jungo. Kenneth Caleb Gordon. Sydney Denise Green. Morgan Ashley Greenhall. Darren R. Gribble. Jesse Arnold Griffiths. Ashton Bailey Griffith. Connor Austin Griffith. Tiffany Nicole Garino. Dana Marie Gutierrez. Jordan Marie Hardy. Victoria Louise Harshman. Janelle Clarice Hawkins. Evan Michael Haas. Rhiannon Amanda Hayward. James John Heaney. Ryan C. Hobbs. Xavier Justin Howard. Ernest Howell. Taryn Marie Huffman. Danielle Nicole Huffman. Jordan Page Jacobs. Jonah Ernest James. Austin Michael Johnson. Brandon Keith Johnson. Caitlin Kilmeyer. Kelsey Lynn Kilmeyer. Corey Raymond Kunzer. Nicole Marie Labra. Ashley Ann Lamparelli. Philip Lorelli. Jeanette Elizabeth Leeberry. Jonathan Tyler Lewis. Drew Austin Lidbeck. Kyle P. Lynch. Corey Tyler Maddox. William Vincent Malikas. Eusebio Kando Manningding II. Josephus Manu. Hunter McKinley Morks. Elizabeth Blake Martin, Ricky Edward Massey Jr., Tiffany K. Maxwell, David Adriano Bang, Anya Elizabeth McCormick, John Joseph McGugan, Taylor Jean McGuire, Gregory Storm McPherson, Alexis Mackenzie Medley, Tatiani Morales, Matthew Joseph Morris, Tiana Sherry Muldrow, Hunter Raymond Mutkus, Mackenzie Nicole Myers, Ashley Marie Newman, Nicholas Daniel Olds, Edwidge Martinez Othello, Danielle Anna Polito, Peftal, Brooke E. Parks Peftal, Maury Alexis Phillips, Catherine Ann Pignataro, Tamani Pitts Reynolds, Haley Marie Quigley, Eric B. Reichert, Elizabeth I. Richards, Kendra Dawn Royce, Daniela Salerno, Courtney Elise Sample, Maris Del Schneeman, Ryan William Scott, Daniel Sislo, Brandon Philip Skiba, Blade Savage Sechrist, Mitchell George Charette, Daniel Thomas Spear, Joel Price Smith, Justin Tyler Smith, Sean M. Smith, Ryan Joseph Stacey, John Lindbergh Stockett III, Taylor Jason Swartz, Natalie Nicole Taffo, Kayla Elaine Taylor, Leonardo Trindad, Haley Nicole Usnick, Bradley James Van Duzen, Alexandra Clarice Wade, Shane Russell Walker, Danielle Ray Weston, Andrew Clarence White Jr., Christian White, Sierra Renee Williams, Jennifer Renee Williams, Jessica Michelle Salenka, Daniel Haig Zoden, Jacqueline Rose Zugschwert, Carrie Carpenter, Associate Professor of English and Director of the Center for Women's and Gender Studies, presents degree candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Women's and Gender Studies. Victoria Elizabeth Cooper.
Hi.
Oriana Danielle Renee Fabricatore. Trista Urban. Angel Tunanetti, Associate Professor and Department Chair, presents degree candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in World Languages, Literatures, and Linguistics, and the Bachelor of Arts in Slavic and East European Studies. Olivia Whitford Dudley, Omar Khalid Abergaute, Daniel Carl Gibson, Sina Kajin Bath, Emily Marie Megna, Rachel Lynette Michaels, Caroline Gabriel Molina, Tegan Alexandra Morris, Claire Reese Quintero, Lisa Laura Concha, Morgan Virginia Riddle, Emma Vanderardi,
Oh, wow.
President Gee, this concludes the presentation of candidates for graduation.
Boy, there are a lot of you. Love being here with every one of you. You're going to have to excuse me. This is my 7th one of these, and I've about lost my voice, for which you should be grateful. For 150 years, this great university has been changing lives, and our graduates have been changing the world. A kind of magic happens when you combine knowledge with hard work and a passion for helping others. There is so much of that today. And graduates, you will start experiencing that amazing change as I perform my greatest feat of wizardry, conferring your degrees. But first, let me recognize all those who have made this magic moment possible. You have all these wonderful family members here, friends, pizza delivery guys, the bouncer at Joe Mama's. I mean, everyone's here. And give them a round of applause, would you please? And you are members of the most important college and one of the most important universities in this country. Our faculty make it so. Think about all of the opportunities that you've had and think about how hard they work on your behalf. Give them a round of applause, would you please? So it has been said that a graduation ceremony is an event where the speaker tells thousands of students dressed in identical caps and gowns that individuality is the key to success. But graduates, as soon as you leave here today, your life really will be what you make it. And so I would not send you out into the great big world without the benefit of some wisdom. I'll try to follow the advice that another university president once gave me. Think of yourself as and this is his quote, think of yourself as the body at a wake. They need you in order to have the party, but no one expects you to say very much. Besides, of course, commencement speeches were invented largely in the belief that outgoing college students should never be released into the world until they have been properly sedated. So, since I'm the only thing standing between you and a degree, I'm going to give you a few of my Gee-isms, as I call them. 1, do not corner something that is meaner than you. Number 2, good judgment comes from experience, and a great deal of that comes from bad judgment. Do not judge people by their relatives. I thought that was funny. Live a good, honorable life, then when you get older and think back, you'll enjoy it a second time. Forgive your enemies. It messes with their heads. The biggest trouble, I want you all to listen to this. the biggest troublemaker you will probably ever have to deal with watches you from the mirror every morning. Always try to be bigger than your selfie. The best sermons are lived, not preached. And finally, and my most important admonition is this: live simply, love generously, care deeply, speak kindly, and leave the rest to God. So whether you are preparing to continue your education or start your career, you can bring your loftiest dreams to life. Along the way, wave your gold and blue flag as enthusiastically as wizards wield their wands. Tell people about our great university. Let potential students know what a wonderful education that you have had. Become active in our Alumni Association, which has, by the way, chapters all over the world. I might just note it is worth it just for the pig roast and crab feast alone. West Virginia University is growing and advancing, so keep in touch with us online and in every possible way. When we are celebrating our next milestone anniversary, you can have the fun of telling students what the university was like, quote, in my day. All of us in turn will be following your progress. I cannot wait, literally cannot wait to see what you will conjure up. In West Virginia University's 150th year, I'm excited to be here with the graduates of the Eberly College of Arts and Science, which forms, as I said, the heart of our learning community. As part of the university's largest and most diverse college, our graduates represent a wide range of disciplines. Among them are future scientists, authors, educators, lawyers, doctors, and experts of all kind. But they share important qualities that the Eberly College has helped them hone: clarity of thought, a flair for communications, and a zeal for discovery. So will the degree candidates from the Eberly College of Arts and Sciences please rise? Will you all please rise? Graduates, your studies in literature, the humanities, mathematics, the natural sciences, and the social and behavioral sciences have prepared you for many scholarly and professional paths. But more importantly, they have given you the tools to be community leaders and informed global citizens. Our world is looking to you for new ideas and creative solutions. Having gained knowledge and grown your confidence, you're ready to help us discover the past, make sense of the present, and form our hopes for the future. As a West Virginia University graduate, put your Mountaineer values to work, solving problems and changing lives. Make service to others not just an obligation, but your passion. Nurture the curiosity that enables you to visualize new ideas, try new solutions, and blaze new paths. Respect others and search for common ground on which to build our shared future. Be accountable to yourself and others by working hard and maintaining the highest possible ethics. Celebrate the successes that education has put within your reach and inspire others to value the world-changing power of scientific discovery and artistic expression. Above all, make every day that you live an opportunity to learn. So by virtue of the authority vested in me by the West Virginia University Board of Governors, I hereby confer upon you the degrees for which you have been recommended with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. You may now move your tassels to the left side of your cap as a symbol of your achievement. Congratulations to our newest graduates.
Graduates, please remain standing. University marshals will release you in an orderly manner after the platform party exits the floor.
Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, missed to taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eyes. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear her voice in the morning hours. She calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday, Lord, yesterday. Country roads, take me home to the place